Last night on MasterChef Australia,
You're now fighting food gladiators.
Adam and Aaron battled it out as they cooked for 3 chefs.
Good luck, boys, good luck.
And for Adam, victory and immunity.
My best day in the competition by far, and probably one of the best days of my life too.
Tonight, 2 teams must create the ultimate dining experience.
This is gonna be a cracker.
First, they search for inspiration before they cook for the senses.
There's going to be a lot of trial and error involved.
Guiding them, 2 leaders of progressive cooking in Australia.
Kind of think it's a disaster.
Okay, now it's just gone pear-shaped.
For the team with the most inspired menu, reward. For the least, an elimination challenge.
Have they pushed the creative envelope enough?
Yesterday, Adam won the immunity pin cooking off against Aaron, and today we leave the house and head off in the cars with no idea what's going to happen to us for the rest of the day.
We arrive at Curzon Hall and it's this big castle-like structure, and I'm thinking, we're going to be hosting and catering a wedding.
Contestants, welcome to Curzon Hall, the site of your next team challenge. I am extremely excited by this one. This is gonna be a cracker. To succeed, you're gonna need to throw out the rule book and think.
George tells us that to win today, we've got to throw out the rule book, which is fine with me because I didn't even know we had a rule book in the first place. So if we're throwing it out, fantastic, means we're all doing the same thing.
Today's team challenge is based on the principles of molecular gastronomy, the science of food.
Molecular gastronomy, I think, could be a lot of things to a great many different people. It could be something where you think, okay, it's just about test tubes, it's just about food science, making foams, making jellies, all those sorts of things. But it's also about thinking about food in a different sort of way.
It's about bringing back the past, the flavours that we all love. We love basil and tomato. We love lamb and mint. Those flavours, they work. We don't change them, we respect them. But it's about adding nuances of texture, sight, smell, temperature.
But here's the catch. You also have to create the perfect dining environment. This is how you're going to engage our senses. You must use one member from your team to select and design this set, this theatre, this dining experience. So what are you fighting for? The team that delivers the ultimate dining experience will win the ultimate prize. You get to enjoy a beautiful lunch with one of America's top chefs, and his name is David Chang.
David Chang is my absolute idol when it comes to food. He's a guy that's only about a year older than I am, nominated by Gourmet Traveller as the coolest chef in the world. This is definitely a challenge that I have to win.
And now for the bad news. If you lose, the whole team will face elimination, and from there, someone will be going home.
Adam, Aaron, You are the winners of this week's invention test. So guess what? Adam, you're going to be the captain of the red team. Aaron, you're the blue team.
Cool.
In the spirit of all things experimental, we're going to try something new today to get you into your teams. I'm going to draw a line straight through the centre of this group. Part, my little children, part. Right, guys, there's one other very important choice that you guys need to make. The two themes are beach and carnival.
Okay, awesome.
Adam, as the captain of the smallest team, you get to pick which theme you want to work with.
We'll go for the beach theme.
So, Aaron, that means you get the carnival theme.
You know, I think it's going to be fun. Who doesn't love the carnival?
To help you in this challenge, we're bringing in two experts in the field, two exponents of this type of cuisine, to help you, guide you, push you in the right direction. Blue team, you have carnival as your theme. Your mentor for this challenge is Brent Savage.
Awesome. That is awesome.
I'm Brent Savage, chef owner of Bentley Restaurant and Bar in Sydney. Bentley Restaurant and Bar is a little bit different because we have a casual dining experience, but the food's a little bit fine dining. For me, it's exciting because there's always something new and you're only bound by your imagination, really.
Hello, Brent. How are you?
Good, thanks. Guys, how's it going?
Brent, when your customers go to your restaurant, what do you want them to experience?
Really, I still want them to appreciate the essence of the ingredient. We try and keep it real to a degree, but make it exciting enough that people think, maybe I can't do this at home and this is why I'm dining in a restaurant.
Would you like to go and join your team? So, Red Team, now to find out who will be mentoring you through this whole challenge. This man produces some amazing food. He won the 2010 Australian Gourmet Traveller Best New Talent. And he is Ryan Squires.
I'm Ryan Squires, chef and soon-to-be owner of a new restaurant here in Brisbane. Progressive food to me is keeping in tradition with proper food, with proper techniques, but venturing out to explore those textures, flavours, presentation, and different types of ingredients that wouldn't normally see.
Ryan, welcome.
How are you?
You'll be mentoring the red team and their theme is beach.
Perfect. Grew up on the beach, love it, love seafood. The smell of the ocean is one thing that really I would love to capture on a plate. That fresh ocean smell.
I'd like to go and stand next to them. Now it's time for a little bit of inspiration. Red team, with the beach theme, you're off to the beach. Blue team, your theme's carnival, so you're off to Luna Park. Guys, good luck, and we'll see you back here shortly.
Thank you very much. Excellent. Lead the way, sir. That's great.
We head off with our mentor to get some inspiration for our themes, and I'm really excited to be going to Luna Park. I feel a little bit like a little kid heading there, which is definitely a good start for the challenge.
When you walk into the park and you feel your mind starting to fracture, there's this huge Ferris wheel in front of you and this great carousel, colours like red and yellow, and you can smell the oil with all the Dagwood dogs frying in it and the popcorn.
Stop and check out the popcorn.
Yeah. See, popcorn for me, that's like so screams out carnival.
It does. Yeah. I think we should write down all our ideas, and then what we'll do is, when we get back to the kitchen, sort of go through the process of elimination. Let's find out what's practical.
We tried different types of food in Luna Park. We first of all tried some slushies. We also tried the Pluto pup or the Dagwood dog. So we had a taste of that just to get a feel of, you know, the components, what's involved, the textures, the smells. We also took the Ferris wheel for a ride.
Let me off. Hey, now. Yay! That's it. Please let me off.
Aaron and Alvin are terrified. I had no idea they were scared of heights, but they're kind of hanging on for dear life and looking over the side, which was quite funny for me and Jono.
Today's challenge is particularly interesting because it's not just about the food. It's about the atmosphere in the room, about creativity with the concept, the theme.
Ryan's really made us focus on the natural aspects of the beach rather than the man-made kind of elements.
Let's just take this little cup here, for example. You know, that could be wild rice, and then obviously the water's not in there. Let's just say that's a consommé being poured at the table.
That's really changed the way we were thinking about it.
When I close my eyes, I smell something that really reminds me of the beach, which is suntan lotion. Sort of that coconutty fragrance.
We've got to get back to... I think the team's come away from the beach with a unified vision. The menu that we're coming up today is about this day at the beach. It's about this beach and our collective experience at it.
Today's team challenge involves molecular gastronomy. We've got 3.5 hours to cook 3 dishes, and our mentor is Ryan Squires.
Walking into the kitchen, there's a very big difference in this kitchen in that there's an entire table covered with canisters, precision scales, syringes, and quite a few other bits and pieces that I have no idea what to do with.
This looks far more like a lab than a kitchen.
Yeah.
No, you got to have some confidence about what you have in front of you here.
There are so many techniques in here that none of us have ever tried before, and there's going to be a lot of trial and error involved. It's going to be very difficult today.
Now, what do you reckon we got out of it? Where are we going to start?
So our entree is a dish called fairy floss and candy, taking you right back to when you're a kid at the carnival.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Let's go to main.
Okay, we've got the idea of a Dagwood dog.
Almost deconstructed Dagwood dog, right?
Or fine dining Dagwood dog.
Yep, no worries. And dessert?
Yeah, we're thinking about maybe a popcorn dessert. So possibly we could do a popcorn ice cream. You use heat to actually get the corn to pop. So we're considering whether or not we could possibly use gelatin in the ice cream and light the ice cream.
That could be quite cool.
Brent seems to be really supportive about the ideas we're having. He guides us away from a few things and into other directions, but all in all, I think that he's pretty happy with what we're doing.
All right, chefs, we've got 3.5 hours, 1 o'clock now. I highly suggest we get into it.
Okay, I'm going to get started on writing up the whiteboard on what we need to do.
Prioritise your day.
It's 1 o'clock, which means we've got 3.5 hours to get all 3 of our courses done, plus an amuse-bouche that we've decided to do, as well as all the experimentation we need to do. So we really need to get moving. For entree, we've got rock pool squid and a tomato and kombu consommé. We've got the main course, which is Kings of the Ocean, and that's going to be sous vide kingfish with deep-fried prawn legs.
For dessert, we've got a slip, slop, slap. We've got a sunscreen ice cream, a caramel sand, a lemon sun cake, little blue bottles, and a few different textures of lemon.
The first part of this dessert that I'm going to make is the suntan lotion scented ice cream. I get an electric mixer, beat together egg yolks and sugar. Once that's nice and creamy and pale, I start slowly emulsifying in the macadamia nut oil. I then add in some coconut essence. I keep tasting it and I get all the other guys to taste it as well.
It's got about a mil in there so far.
I think if I put too much coconut essence in, it's just going to be disgusting and overpower the whole dessert.
Fine a bit more. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
I'm going to be mainly responsible for the entree. The very first thing I'm going to do, though, is the squid. I know how to prepare squid. It's definitely a comfort zone thing for me. So I clean the squid and I'm pulling off the wings of the squid and laying them out on a tray because I'm going to dehydrate them shortly.
Help Marion make the tomato kombu consommé. I'm just going to blitz up the tomatoes whole and then put that into a chinois that's lined with muslin. over the next couple of hours, the tomato will just sort of gravity drip through and it'll take out all of those solids and just leave with a nice tomato-flavoured water.
I'm feeling really pumped. I think our ideas are really good. If we can get these things done the way that we're seeing them in our heads, I think we'll do okay.
I'm on main course with Jonathan. We decide to make an adult version of Dagwood dog. So the first thing I do is to start confying the pork. I have to sit a pork shoulder cut into manageable pieces in a tray of oil with all the spices. So, you know, thyme, rosemary, bitter leek, onion, garlic. And then you sit that in a 150-degree oven for about an hour. So the idea is it needs to cook slowly.
Who's on entrees?
We're on entree.
So you're entrees together?
What we're thinking of doing is we have a scallop, which we've topped with a licorice floss. And then we're going to get like lime caviar, which we want to kind of simulate a sour candy, and kind of just drop them into the fairy floss. You know, so it's.
To be honest, I kind of think it's a disaster.
Okay,
like
excellent.
Disaster in the making. So I reckon we need to bring it back to where we, you know, what we started with, the theme, where we're going.
Within the first 10 minutes, our initial ideas have basically been kiboshed.
Give me 3 more ideas.
Okay, great.
So licorice is out.
Okay, licorice is out. Okay, so what goes with scallop?
We could possibly make the passion fruit work or the beetroot work.
I've got to say, I'm not feeling great. I don't feel inspired. That really sends me into a tailspin.
Today's challenge is to create a total dining experience. Joanne and I were given the task to go down to Sydney Props and to find bits and pieces we need to transform our rooms.
I'm thinking I really like the horses. I like some of those.
My brief from the team was to create something really elegant and restrained and refined, but nothing kind of garish or kitsch.
Yeah, that's perfect.
I think we need to run through these ideas with Brent and see if we're even on the right track.
We're really in trouble with this entree. Brent tells us to go and workshop some ideas.
I kind of like the idea of putting something acidic, you know, or maybe even combining the sort of beetroot pomegranate to become a sweet sour number.
We talk about doing a dish called Ferris wheel, which, you know, the scallops are some part of the representation of this Ferris wheel. We're going to do a beetroot puree, then going to dehydrate some beetroot chips in a dehydrator using multidextrin powder.
I'm involved with creating the dessert. I'm feeling quite confident in terms of getting the popcorn flavour right in the ice cream. Alvin, do you want to taste one of these and just see if it's got enough popcorn flavour going on?
Oh, love it.
Yeah? I'm about to use my gelin now. The gelin is the compound which is going to prevent the ice cream from melting when we light around it. I've never used it before. I'll check in with Jonathan. Do you know how much to use?
I don't. How much cream milk did you put?
I've got about 1,200 mils in total.
All right.
Yeah.
So maybe use 10 grams to start and churn it out.
Just go for it.
Yeah. Just use 10 grams, I think you'll be fine.
Okay, great. Thanks, Jono.
So what you want to do with that, you want to make sure that you just start in one corner and you just want to work your way through the fish. That way you try and get evenness on it before we sous vide it, I guess.
I think we need to get some smokiness and earthiness into this fish. That's the reason why we've blowtorched the top of it to get that char flavour through it.
But that looks great.
Awesome.
I've just got some melted isomalt here at the moment, which is a sugar that diabetics can use. A little cookie cutter, some sushi tweezers, and some pop rocks. And I'm just trying to make some blue bottles, which are going to go on the dessert. Never done it before. It's going to be hit and miss, but I'm just going to cross my fingers and hope that I can pull it off.
Come on, guys, we've got heaps to get done before 4:30, so we really got to start pushing.
All
right.
Excellent.
Joanne's done setting the room up, so she joins us to help us out in the kitchen, and she helps Sky with dessert.
I use the gelatin with the creme anglaise, and it is looking absolutely shocking. That is just not happening. Like, it's literally so thick and quite scary. I'm looking at it going, my God, is this thing going to work?
What's happening, guys?
It's going to be grainy.
It's going to be grainy?
Okay.
We're experiencing a lot of difficulties. Sky is actually getting really flustered and quite upset.
And it's like, that's not going to change. We both know.
Yeah. Everyone wants to throw it away, but I reckon we can salvage it. So what I do is stick this concrete lump into the blender and just keep adding milk until it thins out, blends all the particles really fine, and then finally strain it. Hey, Sky.
Yes.
Let's taste that.
Yeah, that's heaps better.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Churn it. All of a sudden, there is light at the end of the tunnel. Jonathan is unbelievably good at resolving issues in the kitchen, so I'm really, really grateful.
One of the weirdest things I've done so far is I have to spherify this tomato sauce. So I have my tomato sauce ready, and you add sodium alginate to it, and then you put that in molds and you sit it in a calcium bath.
Okay, I'm about to plunge this mould in the calcium water bath. And leave it for about 3 minutes, and it should set.
At the end of the 1 to 3 minutes, I take the mold out of the bath. I open it, and nothing's happened. Molecular gastronomy does not like me, basically.
We're starting our menu with amuse-bouche, something to really lift the judge's palate and give that sense of invigoration that we felt when we got to the beach. It's a bit of a playful course. It's a raspberry jelly with a lemon vodka foam and then candied fennel.
Have you tasted it? Yeah. No. You have? Yeah. You think that's pleasant?
Well, I thought it would be just that offset to the rest of
the raspberry?
Yeah.
The raspberry's very tart. You need to equalise that flavour.
Sure.
3.5 hours ago, I was very, very confident with the red team.
This isn't working. It's all just nothing.
Now it's just gone pear-shaped. They have 20 minutes left, and they're basically in a chaotic state right now.
Red team with 15 minutes to go. I tell you now, you must be plating up very shortly.
How is there only 15 minutes to go? We had 3.5 hours only minutes ago, and now we've only got 15 minutes.
Okay, everyone, we're plating now. Just plating.
Ryan's not very happy with the flavour of this lemon vodka mousse. I agree with him that it is very tart and it's a very strong lemon flavour, but I think once it works with the raspberry jelly and with that candied fennel, as one taste in the mouth, it's going to be well balanced.
Great.
Looking down at the squid, and I'm really happy. I've tasted it, and really I want that to be the hero of the dish.
What about molecular sort of plating as well? Freeze style, yes, that there is...
Just regular.
Exactly.
Okay.
New plate, perhaps.
Ryan said to us, "You're doing it wrong. You're not going with that organic feel."
That won't take long to redo it, you know.
Blue team, you got 10 minutes to go. I'm hoping for 3 gorgeous courses inspired by the Carnival.
Come on, Shani, get a move on.
Jonathan, 10 minutes to go and you're rolling pork. What are you using to make it set?
Hope, George. Hope.
7 minutes. I want everyone plating in 3, so we got 4 minutes to make these look beautiful, okay?
I'm frantic about what's going on. We haven't got food on plates. No one seems to be listening to what's going on. So it's time for me to use my outside voice. Shani, where are we with these scallops?
Scallops are 2 minutes away, Chef.
I need them in 1.
Not possible, sorry.
1 minute 30 then.
I think it's a little too late. He really should have started screaming from the beginning. You know, we should have had the food ready with an hour to go.
I need someone who's spare to do a smear on each of the entree plates of the beetroot right now. We've got 2 minutes, people. We've got nothing down on the plates. Come on.
Scallops are 15 seconds away.
Come on, Shani.
Red team, 1 minute to go.
It's like a tornado ripping through the kitchen at this point with the blue team. Everyone is racing around, just desperately trying to get our dishes plated up. We've definitely left it to the last minute.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Step away from your plates. Well done.
Well done.
Well done.
Time's up, it's 4:30. It's taken a lot out of us. The energy in the room's not as high as I hoped it would be when the time was up, but the dishes I think we should be happy with.
Looks great.
The time's up. We stand there like, you know, we've all just been through World War II, but there's 3 plates of entree, 3 plates of main, and 3 plates of dessert. Magically appeared within the last 30 seconds. Thank you.
At least you got everything on the plate. That's a good start. I mean, you guys did a great job. I hope you enjoyed yourself. The main thing is that you did enjoy it, have some fun.
Thanks, Brent.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brent. See you later.
Brian says that our plates look good-ish, which I guess from him is a compliment. His food is of such a high standard.
Please win it. I don't want to see any of you go home.
We're doing our best.
Thanks, so good luck.
Thanks, Ryan.
Well done.
I like it.
I like it too.
I
like it too. It's fun fair.
Yeah,
it's fun fair. It's fate.
Look, I like the fact that they've made your chair extra wider because your Greek Moussaka bum's double the size of everyone else's.
I'm not picked the chair. To be honest, I expected to walk in and smell something. I expected to smell popcorn or sweet fairy floss or something that engaged my senses. Yeah. What we've got is very visual. So is that enough? Oh, love it.
Cute. Ladies and gentlemen, well, just gentlemen, in fact, presenting the Ferris wheel.
Love it.
Taking the entree in, I screw up straight away by not aligning the plates properly.
Now, all of our dishes have been, mine's in a bowl, these 2 are on plates, and they're all being positioned completely differently. Was it supposed to be a particular way round? No?
Look, it probably would have been good to be presented all exactly the same. That's, yep, sorry
What was it supposed to represent? You said
supposed to represent the Ferris wheel. We were inspired by the scallops and the actual colour of the beetroot. They're the things that kind of took us to the carnival.
Okay.
Taking the entree to the judges, it's supposed to replicate the Ferris wheel, and the judges don't look too impressed.
Ferris wheel's round, though, isn't it?
It is.
Okay.
The scallops are round, and the beetroot started out round anyway.
Okay. Guys, thank you.
Thank you very much. Hope you enjoy.
Was it a Ferris wheel?
No, it's not the Ferris wheel I've been on.
I don't know. Yeah. I'm sort of a little disappointed, but on the positive side, you know, very clever use of technique in terms of dehydrating those little beetroot crisps. A couple of little techniques in there. Could have expected more, but, you know, we have to taste it to see. They're good, really good.
Look, from the word go, there's definite sweetness there, and if that was what they wanted to intend because of that sort of, you know,
going to a carnival, it's all about sugar, really, when it comes down to it. They've definitely achieved that. Sweet scallops, and scallops that are cooked really well. For small scallops, mine are still very opaque, and that's the way they should be. But for me, the hero on this dish, and I would have been happy for a big bucket of them, maybe a bit of aioli on the side, are those chips. They were cracking.
Yeah, look, I think that the problem is that beetroot puree dominates the dish too much. Really, for me, as a dish, it doesn't quite nail what it should do.
Jonathan, what is this course?
Sort of a deconstructed Dagwood dog.
And in the toothpaste dispenser, we have the mustard, if you choose to have mustard.
Cool. Very cool. Well, I'm excited. I want to eat it. I want to see what that liquid pastry tastes like. Get out of here. We need to taste.
Great.
Thanks. I wonder how we should eat our mustard.
Oh, that's all I got.
I'm just about to tell you whether it tastes like a Dagwood dog.
You got lots of mustard. Look how much I got.
What I'm not keen on is that a Dagwood dog for me is on a stick. It doesn't give me that sweet, sour tomato sauce. It doesn't give me the crisp and the crunch of the pastry, and it doesn't give me that sort of Frankfurter-like sausage on the middle.
The execution is a little bit lacking, but I think there's an essence there of a really interesting concept.
Right, gentlemen, I think it's time to taste the dessert.
Hello. The judges actually look really intrigued by this dessert. We go ahead and try to light the flambe, which is potentially going to be a really exciting moment.
It sparks, but it doesn't stay on.
Unfortunately, the vodka is actually cooled down a little bit between the kitchen and the presentation room, so it doesn't light, which is a real shame.
Thank you, guys. Well, in terms of presentation, there's lots of little things happening. It's a little bit like a carnival, I'm
loving the blue colour of that liquid. That artificial blue.
Is that what we do? Pour a little bit over the top? Oh!
How good is that blue look? I love that. For me, that kind of crazy, artificial, it must be bad for you kind of food is sort of what a fairground's about.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's
I'm going to eat
exciting.
Gary wants to start eating. He's excited. But I reckon Gary's really excited by the ice cream because he's finished it.
I love the ice cream. I I was concerned that it didn't have enough salt or it wasn't going to be popcorny enough. But you know what? When you put it in your mouth, you get popcorn. And the fact that this didn't flame or flambe, I'm not that fussed about it, to be honest.
For me, what's really exciting is that salty caramel. I love it, and I love it with the creme fraiche.
Of all those three dishes, this is the one I think not only tastes the best, but far and away captures the theme the best.
They've experimented, they've given it a red-hot go, and it'll be really interesting to see how the red team have gone in comparison.
Hey!
I love it.
I love it. I love it.
Love it.
You know what I love? I love the fact that it smells like an old boat shed. That's beautiful.
Yeah, I love it too.
It smells such an evocative.
The Hessian, the rope, the chalkboard,
I love it.
The boat hire, the fishing nets.
Should we sit down and eat? Let's do that. Come on.
That's great. What's the dish called and what's the inspiration?
We're starting with the amuse-bouche, which is the Lifesaver Tang. That's a raspberry jelly and a lemon vodka foam with candied fennel seaweed. Marion was primarily responsible for the squid.
It's a rock pool squid, so it's inspired by the little rock pools we saw in the rocks. There's dehydrated squid flaps as well, a little lime emulsion and a tomato and kombu consomme.
Brilliant. Well, I'm excited to taste all this. It's fabulous. Love the idea of the lifesaver. So get out of here and leave us to it.
You know, if the idea of an appetizer or a amuse-bouche is to get the fluid going in your mouth, get you salivating, get you ready to eat, that has done that. My mouth is like whack. There's loads of tartric acid or something in there. There's something or citric acid. There's something very fizzy in there. It's intensely candy sweet as well, and it's beach straight away.
I love it. It's great. It makes me that is a lifesaver, 100%. This is what it's all about, really. This is what it's all about. For me, this dish is absolutely beautiful. Lightly confit arrowhead squid. But what's exciting is that little crunch of the dehydrated wings that they've used, which is very clever. It's using the whole beast. And these little coriander shoots are just sensational.
The problem with the dish, for me, is that the squid is slimy, and so it's quite unpleasant to eat. The dashi, which is that wonderful kind of salty combination of seaweed and dried bonito flakes, which really tastes of the sea, has been totally outweighed by way too much lime. And for an awful lot of people, the slimy squid that tastes and feels like it's undercooked is not going to go down well.
Awesome. Good luck, guys. Looks awesome.
Marion, Adam and I taking the main to the judges. It's a big moment because, you know, we've been working on this for hours. So I'm really nervous about how it's going to be received.
It looks appealing, it looks modern, the foam's standing tall, and I love the little scored fish that's just been, it's had a little bit of a touch of the blowtorch to add that sort of, you know, smokiness to the fish. So I can't wait to tuck in.
Yeah, I think this is really smart. I'm blown away, to be honest. I think that there's a lot of chefs out here that wouldn't be able to dream to put such a clever and smart and beautiful looking dish together, and it certainly makes me think of the sea.
Love it. I think it's one of the best dishes we've seen in the competition so far. It's smart, it's intelligent. I really like the way the fish is perfectly cooked. I love the fact that the fennel has different flavours when it's candied, when it's for foam, and when it's used as fronds. And I'm a huge fan of adding texture to the head of the king prawn.
Yeah. It's beautifully executed, it's delicate, it's got finesse, it's elegant, and it definitely tells me that I'm eating something from the sea. Negative, this here, my one that I've got is so sugary. It's like a toffee apple.
There's some very sound sort of classical techniques here, really. Have they pushed the creative envelope enough?
The dish I'm most proud of is the dessert. I think we've executed it really well. Those two young guys, Matt and Callum, were tasked with a huge task. They had to create this dessert that conceptually was kind of out there, kind of outside the box. I think that dish is something that we're all very, very proud of.
What I'm not a big fan of is the ice cream. I don't get a lot of flavour in it, you know? It's just a creamy thing.
Well, I think they've made lemon cake, really. That's what they've made. I can't really get any sense of being at the beach.
I think you're being unfair. I think that texturally, I think they've done a really, really good job.
For me, totally, this has been over-ambitious, missed the mark. As I said, I love the lemon cake, but for me, it doesn't really taste or evoke the beach.
The challenge is over, the tasting's over, and there's nothing to do now but go home, have a good sleep, and come back tomorrow to find out our fate.
Let's get out of here.
Blue team, red team, welcome back to the MasterChef kitchen after yesterday's head-spinning challenge. Don't underestimate what you did yesterday. There's qualified, classically trained chefs out there that still can't get their head around molecular gastronomy. And you all did a brilliant job.
You were judged on the food, the strength of your ideas. Obviously, the taste was critical, and how you interpreted your theme.
The winning team will leave here with me and go to Lotus, where we'll sit down and eat with one of the great chefs in the world, David Chang. It's an amazing opportunity for the winner. Whenever there's sweet, there's always sour. And the sour is the losing team will face an elimination round, and one of them will go home.
Blue team. I think the theme of your room reflected exactly what you set out to do. It reminded you of being a little kid. You know, you had the carousel, the banners. It felt like you're in a fun fair.
For me, the dessert was the hands down best dish of the day. That was smart thinking, a good concept, and it delivered in terms of the theme.
There was a sense of franticness in regards to that dessert. You know, Sky, you looked quite defeated at one point.
I think utilising the compound gelin, it was quite thick.
That gelin, you've got to follow the ratios.
I've got about 1,200 mils in total.
All right.
Yeah.
Use 10 grams to start and churn it out.
Just go for it.
0.05 of a gram to 1 litre, because that's the standard ratio for it.
And
it, yeah.
0.0?
0.05 of a gram to 1 litre.
Well, I think we'll go for 1 gram.
Yeah.
1 gram to a litre.
I think that's where you fell into a bit of problem.
So next, let's look at the negatives. First up was that you didn't push the envelope far enough. And we wanted to experience that fun fair in all its glory. And the first course, to be honest, when it hit the table, was a dull expression. We all slumped our shoulders a little, and we all tried to be convinced that that dish represented the Ferris wheel. Ferris wheel's round, though, isn't it?
Red team, let's look at how you went.
In terms of the dessert, it didn't really say beach to me. It sort of said lemon cake, a delicious one, with a cup of tea. Some really clever ideas, but they just didn't translate with the final product.
I'm shattered. I really thought that our dessert was one of the best dishes yesterday, and I really feel that I've let the team down.
The highlight of the menu was the main course for me. That kingfish was beautifully cooked. It was clean, it was precise. There was a clarity in terms of the idea that you expressed on the plate. And I was absolutely blown away, I'll be honest.
So 2 overall very strong performances with a few bumps. Now the question is, what's more important for this challenge? Pushing the envelope or a slow build with a big bang at the end?
The winner of the experimental food team challenge is the red team.
Yes! It's just like an electric bolt goes right through the entire team. We're jumping up, we're excited, we're just also in a state of shock because we wanted it so badly, and now here we are, we've won it.
You guys are the first 5 through to our top 10. Say some more words and let's go to our lunch with David Chang at Lotus.
This has been an enormous week for me. I've come from last week not even thinking I should be in the competition to now an invention test win, a celebrity chef test win, immunity, leading a great team, and then winning that challenge. Yeah, wow. What a week.
Blue team, you're the losing team after yesterday's challenge.
To earn your place in the top 10, you have to fly over that bar. It's time to go upstairs, gather yourselves, and we'll see you down here shortly.
My goal at this stage is to get to top 10. I want to be here.
Tomorrow night on MasterChef Australia.
Today, you'll be facing the basic skills test.
The blue team go head-to-head in the fight of their lives.
If you go home, you would have missed out on the top 10 by that much.
First up, they must recreate an international favourite.
I feel sick. I'm absolutely terrified of curries.
Then, the bottom two will put their spice knowledge to the ultimate test.
One slip up, and you're gone.
And for someone, the MasterChef dream will end.
I need to gather every ounce of strength I can find in myself and fight.